What's that normal habit that will eventually kill you one day or get you killed? Running. I've had 3 close calls in the past 2 years. Always drivers looking at their phones. I wear high-vis clothes. Blinking lights. During the day. Run against traffic in a 5 feet shoulder. Doesn't matter, 25% of drivers are looking at their phones and one of them will get me one day. Do you run on the roads? I'm confused. Yeah, no trails or paths within 30 miles. Running against traffic on the shoulder is acceptable, but the number of close calls has me questioning my sanity. Tears of joy. Don't assume you are any safer on the trails. I bike instead of running, but one day there was an alligator along the single-track trail which promptly bit down on my front tire, causing me to crash horribly. Another club member hit a deer one day and was paralyzed. Go down the stairs with hands in pockets. If you stumble and fly down, you cannot reach your hands and try to protect yourself with them, monsieur. The image of someone falling downstairs with their hands stuck in their pockets is just cracking me up. Then you're just laying there on the ground, probably face first, hands still in pockets. The "it's only $5 mentality. Crack is that cheap now, huh? My buddy was once offered a $5 blowy by a crackhead. He claims he turned it down. Cell division. I mean, it's not guaranteed that you will have lethal cancer during your lifetime. But it's not wrong. Picking my nose while driving. One day I'll crash and jam my finger into my brain. Then everyone will know I was picking my nose while driving. The embarrassment will kill me. Ripping off toenails. I've already had a few infected ones. How the fuck is ripping off toenails normal habit? Alcohol and cocaine. Same here, bud, though I've slowed down on the coke quite a bit. Cracking my neck. I swear one day I'll immediately have a stroke after some crazy shit, but until then it relieves a lot of tension. I have spinal arthritis. My neck is especially affected. And I swear I'm going to paralyze myself one day. But damned if I can stop. Hell, I couldn't get through typing this without doing it. Cycling. In 2 years I got like 3 close calls. One from a driver at 80 miles per hour in a 2-way road in a residential zone, and 2 times at a cycling lane. Ignoring body pain in parts that shouldn't hurt. Did this for so long because I was told it was growing pains when I was a kid. Now I'm 20 and just got diagnosed with arthritis and possibly lupus. But still waiting on tests for that. I'm glad I stopped putting it off because it's only going to get worse. Eating food that is unhealthy. You still gotta eat. You can die choking on a broccoli. Or forcing a whole watermelon down your throat. Or swallowing the watermelon seed and growing a melon in your stomach. Or eating sunflower seeds and having those grow in your stomach. Smoking. Everyone is posting healthy activities and I'm scrolling wondering where mine is. Haha, I was starting to think I was the only smoker on here. Being a couch potato. Blood clots can kill. Going outside. My caffeine consumption is far too high and will likely lead to health complications eventually if I don't curtail it. Poor dietary habits. Have watched my family members die young, steadily decline in their health from stubborn eating habits. Refusal to eat fruits, veggies, lots of processed food, etc. Oh, and not really a habit, I guess. But stress. Chronic stress kills. Using tampons. I'm lazy and forgetful. This actually scares me. A menstrual cup may change your life. I thought it was gross at first, but you only have to clean it every 12 hours. It's much easier to remember her and very easy to do in the shower. Divakip is a good place to start. Bangkok hookers. Getting my mail. There's a very sharp curve in the road where my house is. And it's a main road, so we have a lot of tractor trailers and large trucks coming through in addition to the regular vehicles who think they can take the curve at 60 miles per hour. There's been many an accident in my front yard, and a hill across the street obstructs my view. We've replaced that mailbox more times than I can count. and my arthritis-ridden body can't move very quickly. One of these days, eating Tide Pods. My only bad vice is apparently tobacco use. I've heard rumors that smoking, dipping can cause health problems, but if that were true you'd have thought someone would have said something by now. Don't you think? Doesn't dip give you mouth cancer? And can even lead to having a hole in your cheek? Oh, people have been gossiping about tobacco use and health since about 1964. Like I said though, don't you think something official should have come out by now rather than just rumors and speculation? I mean, yes, the U.S. Surgeon General, the National Institutes of Health, the American Cancer Society, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the like have talked about this. But has anything official come out? We'll just pretend my sour mouth and smoker's cough I have while typing this are in my head. Doesn't it warn you on every bag of dip that it can cause mouth cancer? Oh, yes. There are 4 of them. I read them every day. Warning. This product can cause mouth cancer. Warning. This product can cause gum disease and tooth loss. Warning. This product is not a safe alternative to cigarettes. Warning. Smokeless tobacco is addictive. I don't know. I heard 8/10 doctors prefer Camels, so I'm going to go with that. Smoking, jerking off. But a wank a day keeps the prostate cancer away. Having a heart attack. Exactly. Yeah, I've often thought about that dude lol. Depression, anxiety and other various mental illnesses. Being black near the police. Tough habit to break. If Michael Jackson can do it, anyone can. Driving. Lot of stupid drivers anymore. Damn phones. Dog walking. Eventually one of the idiots in cars is going to jump the sidewalk and take me out. I always feel that one day I'll die from chewing pen caps. Despite the over-engineering that went into trying to design pen caps specifically so that doesn't happen, just because I'm special and would probably still find a way to suffocate on it. Not wearing your fucking mask. Not tying my shoes. Excessive sleep or excessive lack of sleep. Sleeping with my phone by my head at night. Either on the nightstand next to my bed, or under or around my pillow. Grimace. Breathing in oxygen. Biking through neighborhoods at 9 p.m. at night. Holding it in. Alcoholism. Whoremongering. Smoking. Walk around with my earbuds in. You don't know how many times I've almost got hit by a car because I didn't hear the monsieur. Getting older. Aging. Cigarettes and vodka for sure. Sad face. Hopping the fence with my drink to go smoke a blunt when I go to the city. Sometimes you gotta just go for it when the bouncer turns around. One of these days I'm either gonna scare the shit out of someone and they'll stab me or something. Or the cops will see me and think I robbed someone or something and shoot me. Smoking, driving, walking down the street, playing leapfrog with unicorns. One of these days. Oof. Getting less than 7 hours of sleep per night. Texting and driving simultaneously. I see it everywhere. Blatant lack of respect for life. Being aggressive towards others. Eating biscuits. Looking at butterflies and trying to identify wildflowers while driving down the interstate. Shaking hands. Staying up too late at night. I'd have to say my general nonchalance and lack of care towards my life. If I don't die from getting into an accident I could have avoided if I cared more, then it'll be because I ended up wasting away. But if you want an actual habit, it's playing my headphones at max volume while I walk. Can't really hear anything around me. And I've almost been ran over many times by bikers or cars I didn't hear coming. Chewing gum all the time, even during sports. Fast food. I'm addicted and probably going to die of a heart attack in my 30s. Chewing on plastic. Waking up. Drinking far too much Pepsi Max. Speeding on country windy roads. Fun though. Being inside breathing. Smoking. Every so often when I forget how bad it feels to die and I lose my zest for life, I take about 6 or 7 caffeine pills and then, when they kick in, I lay face down on my bedroom floor while Africa by Toto plays on loop for hours. As I lay there feeling incredibly uncomfortable and anxious in what feels like a near-death experience. When it's all over, it's like a reminder that killing myself actually sucks and it's not enjoyable, and I don't really consider or think about suicide for a couple months. Hey, if you're feeling bad, you can talk to me about whatever is on your mind. Eating. You might choke one day. Drinking. Smoking. Doing drugs. Overeating. And driving. Maybe. Edit. These are examples of what you could do that is pretty common. That wake-up call when you realize you do all of the above. Driving on the sidewalk. Drinking soda. I like to cycle to work. Getting older. Overeating. Will probably die from a heart problem or obesity complications. I walk on active train tracks every now and then. The deadliest habit in America is indulging a sweet tooth. No, I agree with this 100%. I'm currently working through a scared straight scenario where I keep considering all of the bad things that will happen if I don't cut back on sugar. I'll be honest, though, I don't know how to replace it in my diet. Getting bitten by snapping turtles and snakes. Shortening telomeres. Swallowing food. Eating so many sweets while coming from a family with diabetes. Riding a motorcycle. My parents work in insurance and they won't stop reminding me that the risk of death is 300 times higher than a car. Standing up for democracy. Sucking big fat juicy ones. Breathing. Being a smartass. I swear to Cthulhu that one day I'll make fun of the wrong thing or person because the joke is sitting right there just waiting to be said. And then the universe will say off with his head. Quote, living. Eventually my body won't have enough energy to keep going and I'll die. If I don't die before that, that is. Breathing. Those evening beers and whiskey. Punching wasps when they get too close to me. The amount of sugar I consume. I'm honestly surprised I don't have diabetes at this point. Very dark and offensive humor. Not exactly normal but not uncommon. Autoerotic asphyxia. What you gonna do? Stab me? Get stabbed. Existing. Really? Aneurysms don't need to be preceded by anything. It can happen to anyone. Anywhere. At any time, and unless you're next door to a hospital you will die. So hug your parents. Tell your kids you love them. Ask that girl, guy out because. Not to be a downer. You never know when it's your turn. I eat things that aren't supposed to be eaten. I am going to say driving cause boy am I hopeless. Exclamation mark. Skiing. The amount of risk flying down a mountain at 30 miles per hour with rocks and trees will one day kill me. I have had many friends nearly lose their lives while skiing, snowboarding. All it takes is a bad fall and you're done. I tend to trust people super easily. I used to live in Memphis. Grew up there, and literally would get into cars with strangers I met at the bar. I'm lucky nothing happened to me. Riding a motorcycle in the Bible Belt. Being human. Driving like an absolute jackass. I just did not have the patience to go from 0 to 60 kilometers per hour in literally 25 seconds. Or drive 5 to 10 kilometers per hour below the speed limit, as that's the way 90% of these jackasses in my town drive. Causes me to lose patience and end up zigzagging in between lanes. Not to mention if I'm cruising doing 10 over and some jackass doing 10 under decides he wants my lane, I usually end up flooring it to get around him and make a statement. Jacking off. Chewing on rubber, plastic. I am going to choke one day. Not being happy with one girl at a time. Comedy. Some asshole is eventually going to overreact. Pull a gun. And end me. Beats pulling the trigger myself, I guess. Tranquilizing and fricking alligators, yeah, gotta love them alligator booty. Smoking cigarettes. Alcohol for me too. I binge drink almost every day. 12 beers easily in only 4 to 6 hours. I am also on numerous prescription drugs for depression that all have known liver complication issues. I'll probably be dead in a few years. Just don't dwell on it, that causes the most pain. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.